I'm sorry, apologize for that. Let's start with the Omkara Kriya. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe out the Om, you're going to bend forward, lean forward, and hunch your back and finish the Om. So let's do it together. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in and come up. Remember to crush the lungs and breathe out fully. One last time. Take a deep breath. Breathe in and come up. Take a few seconds. Become mindful. Come into the here and now. Excellent. Let's then do the Kakashiti. You're going to spout the mouth like a crow. We did this in the last class. A powerful exhalation as if you're coughing out. And then continue that exhalation till there's no air left in the lungs. And then you come up. Let's do this 4 to 5 times. Breathe in and go. One long exhalation till you can exhale no more. And then you come up. Breathe in. Let's try it one more time. Breathe in and go. Breathe in and come up. 3 more to go. Breathe in as you breathe out. Breathe in and come up. Do it at your own pace. Your exhalation may be longer or shorter. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe in and come up. One last time. Give it your best shot. Empty your lungs completely. Detoxify the lungs. Let's take in a deep breath. And go. Breathe in and come. Again, take a few normal breaths. Observe changes, if any, in the body. Alright. Then we do the Agni-sana. We're going to breathe out, pull the stomach in, and then simply flap the stomach in and out. We've done this in the previous couple of classes, so let's do that. You're going to breathe out, look into your stomach, so you're able to crush the lungs. Breathe out forcefully, but not like the previous one. You don't have to go like this. Just breathe out, exhale from the mouth, empty the lungs completely. Only then you will form the cavity inside, which is called the Uddiyana Bandha. Okay. If you want to understand this more, I explained this previously in yesterday's class, in the beginner's yoga class. You can refer to that. And I have to remember, I have a small video of this. I'll upload that as well on the Facebook page for your reference. So, hands on your knees, breathe out fully. Hold the breath out, pull your stomach in. in and come up. So you're going to hold the breath out and then flap. There is no breathing when you flap the stomach, correct? So you're going to exhale, hold the breath out, flap, and then breathe in and come up. Let's try it a couple of more times. Breathe out fully. Look into your stomach. Breathe in. How many times you do it? It's a material. 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And then you won't be able to hold the breath out longer, so you'll breathe in. Come on. One last time. Let's try. Breathe out fully. Breathe in and come up. Once again, take a few moments to become mindful. These kriyas suddenly make you absorbed within yourself. And then you're going to carry that energy throughout the asana, totally absorbed. I know you're watching a class, but it's just you, right, in your home. So it's a perfect way to practice yoga in the aloneness. Or with a few people, family members, it doesn't matter. In that, just pay attention to your mat and let your awareness not go beyond the 4 corners of your mat. If you're doing it others, don't compare yourself with others. Learn from others if they're doing better. But just keep your focus on your body, listen to your body, accept your body the way it is, don't fight it, don't try to reach some goal. Okay, let's get up on our feet. We begin sun salutations. I will start with the right side back. Feet slightly apart. Join your palms together. Bend your knees, taking a deep breath. Lean as far back as you can. Interlock your fingers and stretch. And then breathe out, come down. Remember, this is a warm-up stretch if you're doing exercise for the first time today. So stretch gently. Just warm up the muscles. Palms on the floor. Right foot back. Right knee on the ground. Toes pointed out, look up. Feel the stretch here. Those muscles. Hip region. Push-ups position. Feet slightly apart, body parallel to the ground. Go all the way down slowly if you can. Hold it there for a few seconds. Just you're activating all the muscles, abdominal muscles, arms, shoulders and so on. Push up. Go into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Knees bent. Drive your seat bones up to the ceiling. Drop your head down. Arch your back. Feel your shoulder blades being activated. If you can, straighten your knees, otherwise keep your knees bent because this focus is more on the back. Breathe in and out. Alright, come all the way down. Knees on the floor. Shashtanga Namaskarasana. Toes pointed out. Rest your full body on the ground. Hands by the side of your chest. Come up. Come up all the way. Belly button touches the floor. Go back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more stretch. Adho Mukha Svanasana is a great way to energize your entire spine, prepare it for asanas. Right leg forward. Left foot is back this time. As you're coming up, once again, stretch the left pelvic region. Look up. Left foot forward. Feet hip width apart. Stretch. Interlock your fingers. Raise your hands up. Stretch. Pull your stomach in. Alright, bring your hands down. Hands on your knees or slowly come up. Go all the way back and come back to Tadasana. Breathe in and out. Excellent. Let's change the routine a bit. Standing from where you are, take the right foot back. Take the right foot back. The right foot points straight ahead. Right? I'm pointing the right foot at you. The left foot is still pointing here. So I'm kind of forming this kind of an angle, right angle. Okay? How far apart? 3.5 feet or so. Hands, right hand on your waist. We're going to do the triangle pose. So keep a block if required. If you have one next to you. Something for the height if you can't reach all the way to the ground. Raise your left hand up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, lean forward as if you're going to reach out for something there. Reach out like this. So you lengthen this part of the spine. Reach out, drop your head down. Rest it on the block. Rotate your shoulders. Look up. I always say don't lean forward. You're going sideways. Look up. Lean back towards your leg. Breathe in and out. Pull your stomach in. Breathe in and out through the chest. Hold the position there. Sthiram, Sukham, Asanam. Sthira, steady pose. Focus on the breath. Stomach pulled in. Breathe in and out. Alright, bend your front knee slightly and come up. Now you don't have to look pretty when you're coming out of a pose. Okay, I'm purposely breaking rules here only for safety reason. Okay, it's very important to understand that once you're in the pose, in this pose here, we're all going out of our comfort zone. Some of us are stretching to the max because this is getting stretched. The stomach is pulled in, neck is turned, spine is twisted. A lot of things are happening here. So when you're coming out of the pose is where injury happens. So bend your knee and come out of the pose. You don't have to look pretty while coming out of the pose. Safety is the most important at this point, right? Left foot in, turn your right foot out. Okay? Now this heel of your right foot should go towards the center of your left foot. Left hand on your waist. Breathe and raise the right hand up. As you breathe out again, reach, lengthen this part of the spine. Reach out. Breathe in as you breathe out. Go all the way down. Again, if you can't reach down, don't worry, use a block. Or keep your fingertips like this, whatever. And then raise your other hand up. Pull your stomach in. First, make sure you're not leaning forward like this. See, don't do this. Lean back. And then begin to lower yourself down if you can. Once you reach your maximum potential of what you can do in this pose, hold it there. Breathe in and out. Don't fight the body. Outside the comfort zone. Don't get too comfortable. You want to find Sukham in the asana outside the comfort zone. Sthiram, steady. Breathe in and out. Sukham is peace. Sthiram is steadiness. Asana is the pose. Pull your stomach in, breathe in and out. And slowly bend your front knee. Come out of the pose. Hold it there. Hands down, breathe in and out. Again, keep your stomach pulled in. Throughout the pose, throughout the practice, stomach really pulled in. That starts igniting the fire element. Begins to move the consciousness upwards. This is one of the main differences between yoga, flexibility routines. It also goes a long way in preventing hernia and other problems that could arise if you're starting these kind of practices at a later age. So keep your stomach pulled in. Keep this place alive. Don't let it collapse like this. Breathe in and out through the chest. Alright. We're going to do Parshva Konasana. So now you take your waist, turn fully. Turn your back foot as well. Turn your back foot as well, 45 degrees. So your waist and everything turns. Breathe and raise both your hands up. As you breathe out, bend your front knee and lean forward like this. Lean forward. Breathe in again, and as you breathe out, drop your hands down. Fingertips initially on the floor. Why? Because we begin to straighten the front knee and lower the body down. As much as you can. Some of you may be here. If you have a block, use a block. You can stop here. Feel the stretch. Parshva Uttanasana. Parshva side. You're stretching this. It's an intense stretch. For those of you who can, go all the way down. Breathe in and out. The back foot is alive. Front foot is straight. Don't let your front foot open out like this. Right? Keep it straight. Alright, in this pose, raise your hands up from the behind. Interlock your fingers. Stretch. If those of you can. Otherwise, the others can just stay in the pose with your hands down. Drop. Again, stomach pulled in. Breathe in and out through the chest. Keep your eyes open for balance. Allow the muscles to stretch. Okay, bring your hands down. Bend your front knee. And come on, slowly. Excellent. You can do a few poses, but let each of them be completely intense and steady. That's what begins to draw you within. It becomes a yoga routine. Turn the other side. Watch my back foot also turns like this. Hip, waist, everything turns towards my right side. Breathe and raise your hands up. As you breathe out, bend your front knee, lean forward. Take the weight off your back as you do this. Drop your hands down. Drop your head down. Begin to straighten the front knee slowly. Pull your stomach in. Breathe in and out through the chest. Drop your head down. Breathe in and out. Again, watch this foot. It doesn't go this way. This foot here. Don't let it go like this. Breathe. Raise your hands up. Interlock your fingers at the back. Take it all the way up. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Drop your head down. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Balance. Great exercise. Blood is flowing to your head. Hamstrings are getting stretched. Your shoulder blades are getting squeezed. Stomach in. Alright, bring your hands down. And bend your front knee. Slowly come up. In this pose, breathe in and out. Stay where you are. I'm just going to turn my position because we're going to do what is called a twisted triangle. Parivrata Trikonasana. Parivrata. So stay where you are. Turn your left foot again to your left side. Turn your right foot to a 45-degree angle so your waist, hips, everything can turn like this. This time raise your right hand up as you breathe in. Parivrata. Parivrata is twist. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathe in. As you breathe out, once again, bend your front knee, lean forward. Place your hand on the outside, near the little toe. Begin to straighten this knee. Twist. Raise your left hand up. Stomach pulled in. Since I'm breathing, sometimes my stomach gets activated, but otherwise, keep it pulled in. Back foot is on the ground. Don't take your back foot like this. Keep it straight. It's not a bent triangle, it's a twisted triangle. Breathe in and out. Hold the pose. And come back gently. Bend your front knee and come up. Take a few moments to catch your breath. Alright, let's do it to the other side. Right foot turned out. The back foot, left foot turned at 45-degree angle. Right hand on your waist. Breathe and raise your left hand up. As you breathe out, lean forward. Bend your front knee if required. Bring your palm on the outside of the right foot, near the little toe. Twist. Now if you can't place your hand on the ground, you can use a block like this. Right? The idea is to stretch this more intensely. Excellent exercise for the lower back. Twist. Raise your right hand up. Again, stomach pulled in. Breathe in and out. Both your feet fully on the ground. Breathe. And come off the pose. Bend your front knee. Come up slowly. Come back to Tadasana. Feet slightly apart. Hands on your knees. Stomach pulled in. Breathe in and out through the chest. Excellent. Hasta Padasana, Hasta Padangushthasana. We're going to touch our toes and stretch our hamstrings more, loosen the back. So, feet are not necessarily hip width apart here when you do this asana separately, just a couple of inches apart. This is where you want to be. Not too close, don't keep it stuck like this. Just an inch or two apart. Just to establish balance. Breathe and raise your hands up. As you breathe out, first bend your knees. Please bend your knees as you come down. This is the best way to prevent back problems. Going into the pose, coming out of the pose, always bend your knees, especially if it's a forward stretch. Okay? This looks fancy, but it is bad for the back in the long run. Okay? I'm going to try it again. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bending the knees all the way down. Your knees bend initially. Hold the back of your ankles and then begin to stretch, straighten. Breathe in and out. Drop your head down. Use the back of your lungs to breathe. Stomach pulled in. You should be able to take full deep breaths in this pose. Stretch. Stretch. Hold the stretch there, interlock your fingers. Raise your hands up again, squeeze the shoulder blades. Drop your head down, allow the blood to flow into your head, into the brain. Activating all the brain centers. Bringing alertness, helping with memory and all of that fun stuff. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Turn your palm outwards if you can. Continue the stretch. Alright, relax. Come back down. Form your fingers into a hook. Place them under your big toe. And with your thumb, press the toe. So you're going to press the thumb, the toe with your thumb like this. Alright, and pull yourself down again. Stretch. Stay there. Deep breaths, 3 to 5 deep breaths. And bend your knee and come up. Slowly take the weight, so the body weight is taken on the thighs. The back is spared. Breathe and come up. Straighten the knees. Stomach pulled in, breathe in and out. Tadasana. Become the mountain. Feel your feet resting on the ground. Feel the energy of the earth. Connect to the earth element like the mountain does. Body steady, shoulders relaxed. Only thing that is alive in this mountain is the breath that moves. Take a deep breath, slowly open your eyes. Fantastic. Let's do some more hamstring stretches lying down. Now, if you have a yoga belt with you, grab it. Otherwise, so here's a good point perhaps to tell you. If you are keen on this yoga lesson, then when you think you will continue, then I would strongly suggest you invest in a block, a yoga belt, and a yoga bolster. You get these are cotton bolsters. If you're in India, you can have somebody make it. It's very cheap, easily available. Here it's available in Amazon. Look for something that is at least 10 to 12 inches in diameter. You want a big bolster. And this is, I think, about 22 or 24 inches in length. So check it out on Amazon. You have plenty of them available for those of you who are in the US and elsewhere. But if you're in India, I said you can get these cotton bolsters made. They are heavy, they are strong, they can take the weight of your body. So if your body leans on them, they don't go down like a foam cushion, right? So consider investing and buying these because they are really useful as you go along practice. So because you're using a belt or a block, doesn't mean you are a novice. It doesn't mean anything if you're a novice or intermediate. The idea is in the pose you begin to understand the body. So, and it helps you to stretch a little more and safely. So consider using these in your practice. We're going to lie down and do some more hamstring stretches, this time without any pressure on the back. So lie down on the floor. Like I said, if you have a belt, you can use it. Or if you have a towel, or you can use a towel around your feet. If you have a chudidar, if you're from India, you'll have that. You can use that temporarily. Dupatta, I'm sorry. What is chudidar? Okay, not chudidar. Dupatta. Alright. So, watch my hand. It was like this here. Bring it in. Hold the belt here. Now, if you're not using the belt, hold your feet like this. Okay? This foot is straight. Breathe in. Raise your feet up straight. And use both your hands, bend your knees, use both your hands and then straighten. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Keep your stomach tightly pulled in. Breathe in and out through the chest. Don't let the stomach move too much. It's crucial in this exercise. Breathe in and out. Pull it closer and closer towards your head. Get your feet towards your head if you can. Stretch. And then open up the hip. So hold on, hook your finger around your toes, or you can use a belt, whichever works for you. Okay? You can use it this way, or you can hook your fingers around the toe. Begin to open the hip. So don't rotate the hip here. This foot stays on the ground, this part of the hip stays on the ground. You're just opening up the hip. Opening up. Open the hip. Stomach pulled in. Chest in and out. So if your feet is like this, that's fine. But don't let the hip rotate like this. This is no use, because you're opening the hip here. So open like this. And relax. Right here, relax. Safety again. You can bring it up straight, but if you're overstretched, sometimes what happens when you're bringing up, you get a catch. So we'll do that slowly as we go along in these classes. Each class will build up on the other. We'll see how it goes. Alright? The other side, I'm going to make room. Same thing. Okay? This part of the body, this time the left side of your body, will be fairly static in the ground. Grab your foot, right foot, raise it up. Keep your stomach pulled in. Breathe in and out. You can use both your hands to hold your feet up. But don't bend your knee like this. Okay, try and keep it as close to the ground as possible, the other leg. Breathe in and out. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. This is safe for the back as you begin to work on the hamstrings. These are your hamstrings here. They're very strong. The more they get tight very fast, and you can safely stretch them as well. You don't tear any ligament here. You tear ligaments on the inside of your thighs, not on the outside. So these are safe ways, because when these get loose and stretchable, it reduces pressure on the lower back, prevents a lot of lower back problems. Okay. Hook your fingers, 2 fingers around your toe, big toe, and open up the hip. If not, use a belt. Again, don't rotate, open the hip. Keep your other knee bent so hip opens. And then begin to straighten. Opening up the hip. Stomach pulled in, breathing in and out through the chest. Relax. Come back down gently. Come off the pose. Here comes the Balasana. Hands on your knees. Knees on either side of your torso. Not pressing your stomach, but outside your stomach. Open up. Open up. Spread the knees out. Press it down on either side of the torso. Again, stomach pulled in. Breathe in and out through the chest. You can rock side to side if required. This is Balasana, child pose. From here we go to Ananda Balasana. So pressing it down releases pressure on your lower back. It's a very good exercise. Especially after exercises like what we just did, standing and stretching the hamstrings. Ananda Balasana. Raise your feet up and hold the palms either from the inside or from the outside, whatever works for you. Try both. Okay, I just keep switching back and forth, whatever works for me. Either way is fine. Press again, press your knees down. Notice my knee is going outside my body, not into my chest. Press it down, opening up the feet. Don't get your feet like this. Open it up. Stomach pulled in again, breathing in and out through the chest. These powerful exercises begin to activate the Kundalini, the energy, creative potential within you. Interlock your fingers around your toes like this, like we just did earlier. Open up the feet. Stomach pulled in, breathe in and out. Leave your feet out where they are. Bring your hands down. Again, stomach pulled in. Use your chest to breathe. Let your chest go up and down as you breathe. And relax. Bring your knees back to Ananda Balasana, or Balasana rather. Rotate. Hold your knees and open up the pelvic joints. Rotate it in and out. Both directions. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Loosening up pelvic region. Opening up the pelvic region. Alright, and come up. Excellent. We sit for a minute before we go back to lying down again in Shavasana. Drop your head down. Since we did these poses, I always use a block to sit on. Drop your head down fully. Jalandhara Bandha, when the chin touches throat. Use your chest to breathe. Gently come up. Let's lie down for Shavasana. You see, when we do these exercises with the stomach pulled in, the energy begins to rise. You may not realize it in the first maybe a few weeks, maybe months, because this needs practice. But after a while, it just gets you in a high state. You just feel so high. You feel like you're floating. That's what happens. And especially after intense poses, the serotonin in the brain begins to release. You feel the bliss, if you will. The body is just floating there. So that is what you take into meditation, right? So be patient and keep practicing that. Alright, let's go into Shavasana. Feet slightly apart. Hands on either side of your body. Palms facing up or down, doesn't matter. Lie down.